export as image. Let's do 4K. Yes. Okay, perfect. Turn this off, put the Notion back on. While that does the exporting. And then let's go through this and clean it up so that way we can make this a live thing and people can check it out. Let's make this full width. Yeah, let's make small text. I don't know what turn into wiki means. Organized by owner, tags, verification, and more. Ooh, okay, we'll figure this out. I need to look up what Notion means by wiki. Okay, and then replace, embed link. Is this going to work? No, I didn't want it to do that. I want it to just be the image. What happened? What's the date? 9/8/2024 updated map. Damn it, I thought it would just have the image. Let's see if I can do Control Z. Replace is not going to work. I don't have the plus plan. Yeah, dang it. How can we do this? Oh, image address. That's what I should do. Oh, that's what I forgot it was. Open image in new tab. Open, because this is how it looks if it's 4K. It'll be pretty instead of like just uploading the version. Like, look at this. Like, look how cool this looks. It's so, like, you can see all the different houses and stuff, which is really nice. You emerge from Brindlewood Bay. What's up, Wiz? How you doing? God, this looks so beautiful and like higher definition. This is gorgeous. Okay. Let's turn this off, get the Notion back up. Copy image address. Let's do that. Reload this. Replace, embed link. Come on. You can do it. Yes. Okay. Oh, that looks beautiful. Everything's updated. There we go. That looks gorgeous now. Very, very beautiful. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this like go on the bottom so that way. Nope. So the map has like a bigger presence rather than like everything else. And then the religions, and then we will lesser houses. And since this is its page on its own, I can delete this. Don't you dare. But you did pay for it, so thank you. I appreciate you. First, how long did this map take, by the way? I've made a few in Incarnate, nothing this good. Stop! This is not good. This is just me messing with Incarnate. And I am obsessed with maps. When I was a kid, like I would go to, you know, like when they would have like the separate maps for fantasy books, I would collect those. And I would hang them up. Aragon, I can never pronounce that freaking name. I got that map, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. I was obsessed with Game of Thrones mapping. I would map where everybody was, and so that's why I don't like the show. I don't care for the show because it's one of my favorite kinds of stories is the dynamics of like all the different countries, and that's why like any stories or things that I write is always like deals with multiple conflicting characters and spaces and countries and dynamics like that, because I freaking love maps. And I love how geography tells so much of a story. Like I love knowing that this area was known for like indigenous people who lived in different areas, their nutrition, their food, what they like did, how they migrated, what like I freaking love that kind of anthropology. I don't know the right word. I'm obsessed with that stuff. So mapping, like fantasy maps, I when I was making this, I did not sleep for like 3 days. You're in the Discord. If you find the Realm of Cap and Crown channel, I think you should have the TTRPG role. If you guys are in the Discord and you can't see channels, it's because you probably don't have the role for it. So you can go to the server roles to get the roles you want. That way you don't get pinged for random stuff. But there's a channel where you can literally go back and see me like build the map, and I'm just like 12 hours later I'm like I'm done, and it's just me like I did not sleep. I was obsessed. I haven't finished up the map for like this is from Myconia, so I wanted a fantasy feel for this map. I wanted like an old world kind of Game of Thrones, like it is the region, the area, because this world is what like the different houses are like fighting for the throne at the halls of Cortina. Over here, they're like, this is where the royal area is. But we're gonna save map. I already saved this, right? I think so. I'm just gonna save again. It doesn't hurt. It always takes a long time because this map has so many freaking assets. I want to make battle maps, and like, you know how you can export this to be like VTT stuff? I want to learn how to do that because I can't do like little towns. I can do big maps, like very detailed whole ass regions. Like I did a whole space map that has like 7 different Federation lines, like all this cool stuff. But I cannot do like a small little area for a session because I'll be like, yo. Yeah, my Kids on Brooms map was crazy. Like this was the castle that I'm trying to build out. It took way too long, and I realized I'm not going to need it because I think it's so much better if we do the castle as like theater of the mind rather than having like, where do you guys go? What do you guys do? And then if they go to a certain area, have the map. But like I made like the Isle, and that was fun. But that's just so that people like the if you guys have watched this Scene Academy series, you guys know like the magic school where everything is, and like the Isle of Sorrow, which is where the school is, and I just made something like that. Mm-mm. That was the first map I like fully done map I made on Incarnate. Myconia was the first fully done map I did on Incarnate. This one is the third map I've ever done, but second map I ever finished. So, the castle, I wanted some kind of like an, what's the word? The style for this one, I wanted like isometric. I'm going to use that word because that's the only thing I could think of. I wanted that kind of style for this world. So because it's like a smaller area. So this is a town's area. This is a lighthouse. Students of Cicene, their first years, they come in through this pathway and they go through a grotto that is underground. And that is how they get to the fountain where they find out which circle of magic they like closely align with. And then there's like crystals and stuff growing out of this. But then this itself is like a big whole place. The forest, the Grimwood, the last episode where the magic ghoulies went to the remnants. That's this area. The beach when they had the cute little beach episode. And then like the town square where there's like different shops and the tavern and stuff like that is there. But this is the second ever one that I finished, and I wanted that kind of style because I wanted to do something really cute. Something cute. Turn to your maps. Go back to folders. I still need to finish this, but that's because I kind of want to redo a couple things. But this is for our other homebrew world. My favorite one. Because it's Full Metal Alchemist kind of style and like watercolor maps. I like watercolor maps too. So I want to kind of figure this out. So it's like Full Metal Alchemist, Eberron, and like has like I have this idea where like paladins, anyone who have divine magic, they don't hear from their gods, but just like how wizards don't have to like pray to gods or like need to have reassurance to use their power, paladins will just have faith. And I want to like run, this will be like a D&D campaign that I run that is like I really want to do like faith is important. Like paladins won't really hear from their gods, like they have to fully base it on like actual faith. It's something I really want to do because like wizards don't have to get reassurance. They just know that if they keep practicing their magic and they learn their magic, they can still get magic. So what if like paladins had to keep being faithful? I don't know. Something like that. Something to make faith like really important. But yeah. Oh, thank you. But yeah, this is going to have more like South Asian culture into it. Large like statues, shadows of the Colossus kind of energy where there's like large moving creatures and an equivalent exchange kind of thing where like Full Metal Alchemist where like you practice magic and there's a cost to it. And there are like ley lines or like not ley lines, but like areas of elemental like surges because the like earthquakes or areas where there's pockets of like energy that people's magic would be stronger. So definitely cool. Like in this whole area. Oh, nope. Did not want to do that. See, this is why I save. And this is like Atlantis, the Lost Empire kind of thing where a lost empire is there and now they're gone. So this is my favorite one. I can't wait to run this one. I feel like once I finally get this map, that's when I can fully say like I'm ready to run like a heavy math game and numbers and crunch. But right now I'm scared. Like this still scares me. So I'm going to get away from this map, and then go back to the one that I had, Realm of Map and Crown. That's already done. My maps are mostly one and done, so they're usually not this pretty. Like I have a troll bridge that appears precisely once as the players deal with the resident troll or something that to effect. Yeah. I want to be like that. Like if they find if it's something like reactive to an event and stuff like that, I want to do that. But since Myconia is like more Game of Thrones, I wanted that city. I wanted the place to feel like players are walking in to history. Like they're walking in to generations of generations before them, a symbol of a sigil, words that they go for. Like to this day, people who watch Game of Thrones, they still know like winter is coming. So if they are part of a certain group, like they're like how Tokyo, whenever they're in the chat, like whenever they come in the chat, how they're saying like glory to the Portabellon kingdom. I don't know which, I can't remember which house Paige picked, but I feel like it was also Portabellon. But like I could also see them being like part of like House Rashira, and just like fully being a character who is all about like something else, like Marjorie Terrell, who's like very beautiful but also very smart. So I wanted that kind of feel. So I made the map beforehand because I was like, if I have the map and that feel, as soon as players are casted and they have all the different groups put together, they have a mark, and people can instantly like read up all about their history of their house and start saying the phrases, words. One awesome person is making like I'm going to be sending them the wiki. That's why I'm making like a whole page with all the GM information. I'm going to send them that wiki so they can make like an intro little song for each of the houses. And that's going to be like, if you ever seen like a house walk in, that will be like their thing, and give them something to latch onto. And it'll be great because they'll instantly get into it. I know people will. They'll be like, oh, we're part of House Portabellon. Like, do not mess with us. Like, people will get into it so quickly. And I'm excited for that. I love that shit so much. I'll be like, you know what I mean? Like, okay. Even when my players are getting into the world of Cecine Academy and they're like, I want to go to the kitchens, I want to go to this club, I want to make potions and alchemy, or use the artificery class as like metal workshop at the end of the day, and go to there to build it like a camera. And I'll be like, oh my God. Give people someone to latch to. I want to be pretty and smart on a dress. There are a couple of houses that fit perfectly for that. And I want to build like something more so I can find the right spot for you. And it'll be nice. It'll be cool to be like, oh, this house has brothers and like sisters and siblings and people and persons, and they can just be like, oh, we're of this house, and they get to like have their own little chat room. That'll be cute. It'll be cute. Anyway, I'm gushing, but I'm just excited when I like world building so much, because players get so into it, and especially for this theme, it fits to have like a one and done map. And then like information on the houses. Notion. So let's make this big. Delete these. May our roots run deep. Okay, I guess there wasn't another one there. Yeah, okay. I want it to be big enough so people could see it, and that's the first thing that they see. And then I want to add a like table of contents. I don't know how to do that in this. Oh, show an outline of your page. Okay. Let's put it here next to the Pinterest board. Oh, I have to make headings. Okay. How do I do that? Okay, do I have to add separate ones? Let's do that then. Heading, mechanics. Religions. The next thing I put, the royal and grand houses. And then this is one that hasn't been updated, but I'm going to keep it here since these are houses that players have sent me, or like people who are interested in world building who sent me on Discord, like this would be a cool house, like something based on the hedgehog or this mushroom, or someone who was like, there's this mushroom that grows on corn that's really cool, and maybe they're like sister houses, and I was like, oh, I like that idea of like how there's a house Stark and house Karstark. I like that kind of like lesser house. And then bitter oyster, maybe this is like a house in the region where House Oysterhorn is. I don't know, but it's there. And once people like come in and maybe they want to add those additions and things like that, not like players, anybody who's just world building, if you guys have ideas for lesser houses, because it's not just players who can add stuff to this world. We have people who keep lore in our production server and like want to create characters. Some people just want to create characters and they want other players to just grab it if they want to. Of course, giving credit and making sure that you do that. People share the characters they've made for the games that they're in. And then there's lore stuff, like maybe there's a cool lesser house like this. And so that's where this came from. So they're not players. But it just makes it cool because then you get to know like these are the grand houses. These are the houses that are wardens over their that are wardens over their region or a part of a specific region. Like wait, why are you pink? Are you actually part of a different or area? Oh, I changed it. Mm. I changed it so that they're part of House Ammonites, not Crest Albions. Oh, shoot. A hedgehog outfitted as a siege machine. Oh my god. Right. Like, look at this guy. This cutie pie over here. Let's see if I could expand this. Or I guess not. Just imagine like a hedgehog little knight who's like, I'm part of this little house and I represent this grand house and I come here for the tourney. And if we can have like smaller characters come in whose only interest is to be in one little like tournament, I could be like, cool, your character might die. Ha ha ha. But yeah. Where can we find this? I'm making the wiki right now. So the goal is like this would be my little area, so have the same information. Maybe I can do that. Could I do that in Notion where they no, because I would have to make blocks that are related, because I know you can do that with Notion where like you can do a link. A synced block. You can make a synced block. Would that be smarter to do? No, I think that might be smarter to do that rather than making a whole thing. That way I don't have to redo everything. And I don't have to copy everything. I can sync a certain portion. I don't know. And I would have to go through each of them. But so that's I have to figure this out. Because if I can do sync blocks, then I can go into each of them, think like this portion so you guys have like the information that you need, and then keep the rest for my secrets over here. And then anytime I change something in the main one, it will be synced. That might have to be it. But it would mean I can't pull the database in there, because if I just put the database in here like this, it would have all the information no matter what it is. Yeah. Okay. This is also me just trying to figure out Notion. So we'll see. But eventually what you can do with Notion is you can turn it into a wiki, or like share it. I can't see. Oh, here. You can share it as a published website that people could go and see. And so I want to clean it up so that people can see the mechanics and what we're going to be doing once the campaign starts. So the sections that I want to have is the mechanics of the world that are different from Witcher RPG that we would like to do. So people know that it's a low magic world. You are not going to, if you're going to be casting magic and you do it, you are risking your life. Like you will be seen, something will happen. And if you're part of a big house, your house might be part of that as well. And then they can see like the different religions and the different houses, and then we'll add a section for like episode by episode, like what is happening in the realm. So if people are not like watching everything, which is totally fine, there are recaps that we can do, and people could be like, oh, the so and so is arranged to wed this one and they actually like fell in love. Oh, that's sweet. But what does that mean? The houses hate each other. Oh my god, drama. Like that'll be there. So eventually that would happen. So we have mechanics, religions, the royal houses. What's the other one that I had? The lesser houses of the realm. And then I'm going to do duplicate. I'm going to do character creation, Witcher RPG system, player list. Let's make Witcher RPG the heading, and then we'll do character creation as the subheading, and then we'll do player, all the players as like a whole database themselves, so that way we can keep track of like all their players and their socials and things like that. Heading 1. Great. Now that we have created the blah blah blah, the thing, let's move this around and organize it. Mechanics, religions, what time is it? 6:48. Okay, we gotta finish this up because I'm sleepy and I want to play games. You guys want to play games? Is there anybody playing games right now? Oh my god, there's people playing games. Character creation. Let's go into this, and then Once you publish, is it going to be synced with your local instance? Yeah. Because if it's not, that should solve it. You could just publish the version that's meant for hers. Yes. So the problem is, I want to keep the information consistent across two instances. So one will be published for the players, right? But if things change, that would be updated. But instead of updating two instances, which is this one, you see, I don't know if you see the top here. Actually, no, I cut it off on the OBS. 1 second. If you see the top here, there's only one here. I have a list of games that I run or have played in and stuff like that. And this is my main database of everything. And Notion's good for that. You can track everything that you like want in different ways, in different methods, blah, blah, blah. But I like this because I can put everything in one. But let's say something house, like something, if somebody really wants to be in this house, and I want to add it to this, like GM notes or something. Oh, you can't see it because it's not expanded. I would have to then copy and paste any information that's important for players to know, or viewers like you guys if you're watching the series to know. I would have to copy and paste it into like the royal house, like the different instance. So what would be what I think to reduce that and also reduce the amount of time to do that, what would be cool is you can use I've never used this a lot because there's not really a need. Not a lot of people look at my Notion is synced block, where you can sync content across pages. And so if I do this, and then I build out this wiki, so only the synced stuff shows up, then the web page will show only the synced stuff, and I can also still have my GM notes. That was confusing. I just realized, was that confusing? Anyway, I'm trying to do it in a way so that I have my GM notes, can have all the notes on the things, because I'll be forgetting names. I'll be like, who the hell Cedric's kids? He got 8 kids. I don't know their names. Even George R. R. Martin doesn't remember names. He literally wrote the Red Wedding on the show because the way he described Rob's wife in the book made a whole group of people who read the book think that she's actually still alive and still pregnant with Rob's kid. So he wrote the Red Wedding, and he did, if you know what happened in the Red Wedding to Rob's wife in that thing, he wrote that in to literally close down that conspiracy, because he himself could not remember how to describe his people. Like, he has so many characters. So that's what I want to do. I want to reduce the amount of things I have to type. Yeah, so I have control of what they see. I can still sync the information if updates need to happen, and I get to keep my secrets if I have secrets. I don't really have secrets right now. It's just a suspicious face, just like me, just a meme face. Good games. I followed, I think. Thank you. I hope you did. I hope everyone else in chat who are lurking, I'm sorry. It's 6:48 for me. I should either switch to games or like get food. But I think that's what will be smart, because yeah. But yeah, that's That's what I want to do. Cool. So these will be the different parts of the thing. So once we start the campaign, it'll be. They do not work. What?
I got you. I got you. Wow! Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
They don't work. Why? The channel roles don't work. Like if you click on the emotes for the different roles, it doesn't give you the role for that. That could be the bot, but I can check on that afterwards. Okay. But if there is something that, like, I gave you the TTRPG ones, but if there's anything else that you see that you can't find if you're looking at server roles in that channel and you can't see it, you can either just say it in the mess hall, or and either me or one of the mods could help you get that role. But I think that would be smart. I don't know what else I could do here. Wait, let me delete this. Database. Inline. Nope. How do I do this? Database. Add a new. Nope, that's not what it is. Add a gallery view, list view. Mechanics. Oh, wait, add it as new bases. Okay, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's ridiculous. I don't want that. But we can link it. Okay, we have to do that for these then. So right now it's gonna be a little Notion editing phase, y'all, rather than world building. So if you guys are ever interested in using Notion, this is it. Database. We're gonna do.
Almost 7 p.m. for
baby. That's true. 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. 3 hours of streaming. Thank you so much for the follow. Hello, mortals. We are just mortals. Gallery view. Then we'll do like a we'll do like main religions, and we'll do a saying to serve a shadow. We'll do tag. No. What is it called? Multi-select. Let's do multi-select, and then we'll do another property for status. No longer running. Unknown? No longer running for this. And then I know selection unknown for that status for that one. And then no longer running for that religion. We'll hide this. I guess it's not going to show. Edit property. Status. Okay. Hierarchy. Main religion. Regional religion. Cult or following. Cultural. Yes. Haha. Done. There we go. So this one is the Grove and Psychedelic Houses. So we're going to do regional religion and cultural practice and culture following. There we go. That's done. Exit out of this. And then this one is the main religion. It is running. And it's the main religion. Filter by hierarchy. The hierarchy is the main religion. Let's do a duplicate. Okay, we got the religions. Is this how you spell religions? Have you looked at a word multiple times and you're like, religion, religions, G-I-O-N-S. Okay, that's how I spell it. Okay, my brain's seen it too many times. And then I want to do a duplicate of this, but this one will be cults or followings. And then, nope, filter this, turn it to this, and then this. Haha. And then we go to this one. Deep rot, all shrooms must rot. Doomsday cult. Unknown. Oh, we should do a region property. Single select, right? Single. That'd be good. Yes. I would look at a word and I'll be like, there's no way humans came up with that, like written down. And for me, it's what is this word? But it's also because it's really late now and my brain is like tired. So I'm going to lower the lights a little bit because it's all in my face right now. There you go. That looks good. And then let's change this up so the images layout gallery. Let's not fit the image. Let's like fill it in. And page cover, wrap all the properties, open pages and center peak. So show page icon. That's fine. We can show the page icon for this. Let's delete the page icon for this though. Layout gallery. We don't really need that for that. Low magic world. Ring of the Seven, deep rot, the decayed god. Be calmed by the deep from whence we came. Hierarchy. It is a regional religion and a cultural practice. They would be part of Shurendell. This is like for the seafaring myconids. Yeah. House Shurendell is where though? I remember the regions off the top of my head, so I have to come back and do that. Old Gods of the Shade. This is a regional religion, cultural practice. It is running. The Decayed God, it is running. The name needed to serve the shadow. Unknown. And then unknown primary location. Unrivaled faction should be Maxilin, Myconium. Mind your cries, overnourishment and all. We haven't finished this one. So we're going to say this is a culter following. And then we'll come back to this and clean it up. Hi, Ember. Hi, how are you doing? Deep Rock could have some crazy rumor about it keeping the ashes of the one who started it. Done. Okay. So those are categorized and that's linked. Now we need to do the same for these because the Notion just made them into new complete databases instead of syncing it with the one that I already have made, which is ridiculous. Notion. Like, yes, I copied and pasted the whole thing, but you could have done, you know, better. There we go. That's linked. That's done. And then this one I need to redo. No, come back. I didn't want to delete all the pages off that. I just wanted to delete this. Delete. And then delete this. Okay, I said delete this. Okay, I didn't say pretend to delete this. I said delete. Linked view of database, lesser houses of the realm, gallery view, done. And then the system will do like rules, core books, magic system, and this will be based on a Witcher RPG. So that will be all of us filling all the things for players to have to reference to. Oh my god, Jesus Juice, how you doing? That's such, oh my god, I love that emote. My other husband, Kakashi. I love Deep Rot. Like, that was a really cool, when we did the religion world building thing, oh, that was so good. Amber, I hope you had a wonderful session. Can you tell me about it? Give me a quick little summary for me and more about your character. We are doing world building. Every week we're going through one of these houses and building them out because we're doing a 30+ like TTRPG player campaign for this game because it's Game of Thrones based. There's multiple different things that are going to happen in this world, and it starts with the royal line dying out, and all the houses are coming in. So last week we did the royal line and we built it to the end, and then I'm going to cast like 4 people to play the current children, and the game will start with pretty much like how 10 Candles is, with them knowing like they will pass on, and it will end with the king, who I'll be like, who's an NPC that I'll be playing, pretty much, you know, like starting the story of the campaign, which is all the houses come to court and the realm is in despair because there's no king or royal or queen or royal person on the throne. Brain rot. I don't know what that's referencing to, Zoo, and it could be because I am sleepy now. But it's okay. I hope you're having a good afternoon. My brain is like slowly like sleepy. Okay, this should have the updates, right? I'm going to add something here. blah blah blah. Royal House of Portabellon. Yes, 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 yes. It doesn't have it. It does. Blah blah blah. It does. Okay, so it is linked. Now I just have to do. How do we do this? I'm gonna move this above here.